Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a news edition on Canal Algérie. These are the headlines. The meeting of the Council of Ministers chaired by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, for a bill defining the electoral constitutions and the number of seats to be filled in the Parliament, as well as imports of 1 million sheep in anticipation of Eid al-Adha. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, congratulates Algerian champion Kélian Mmour on her gold medal at the 2026 World Championship in Baku. She also won a silver medal on the balance beam. On International Women's Day, we take a look back at the achievements of Algerian women in recent years, excelling in all sectors, including startup creation. Welcome back. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, chaired a meeting of the Council of Ministers devoted to a bill defining electoral constitutions and the number of the seats to be filled in the Parliament, as well as presentations on the importation of 1 million sheep in anticipation of Eid al-Adha, preparations for the Hajj season, and the National Youth Plan project. Rania al-Bahri.
At the start of the meeting, the Prime Minister presented a report on government activity over the past 2 weeks. Before discussing the agenda items, the President stressed the need for strict field monitoring to combat speculation in certain fruits and imported meat. He also ordered that those involved be placed on blacklist and permanently banned from import and commercial activity. Regarding preparations for the Hajj season, the Minister of Religious Affairs and Endowments presented a briefing, after which the President issued a number of instructions on the amendment of the law defining electoral constituencies and parliamentary seats. The President ordered the draft to be reviewed and political parties to be consulted before its final adoption. He also instructed the formation of a committee at the Presidency to finalize the number of seats for parliamentary elections. Concerning the import of 1 million sheep for Eid al-Adha 2026, the President set a maximum selling price of 50,000 Algerian dinar for imported sheep. He also instructed government bodies to closely monitor the import and marketing process and to prevent fraud, smuggling and speculation. On efforts to combat the spread of locust swarms threatening crops in the far south, the President ordered the reinforcement of response capabilities, including the use of modern scientific methods, such as aerial pesticide spraying, particularly in border areas. He also called for the strict activation of monitoring units using satellite imagery and advanced technological tools. The meeting also reviewed the National Youth Plan for 2026-2029. The President stressed that young people have the right to demand opportunities, particularly in employment and social support, within a spirit of national responsibility that protects them from exploitation by hostile forces. He instructed the Minister of Youth to review cases where some young people haven't benefited from unemployment allowances and to propose new measures to help reduce unemployment. The President also called for intensified efforts to combat drug abuse among young people. He further stressed the importance of school and university sports in coordination with the Ministries of Education and Higher Education and called for strengthening links between Algerian youth at home and abroad. The President also ordered the revitalization of youth centers across the country, with at least one youth center in every municipality, alongside expanded youth hostel facilities and stronger coordination between the youth and culture sectors to develop programs tailored to young people's interests. Regarding the National Climate Adaptation Plan, the President instructed the Environment Minister to expand laboratories for monitoring imported products at ports and airports, in coordination with the relevant ministries. He also called for accelerating wastewater treatment projects to reach at least 30%. The President of the Republic stressed that protecting citizens' health requires effective field action and stronger cooperation between official and voluntary bodies, noting that environmental protection is now an integral part of national security and economic policy. The Council of Ministers concluded with the approvals of several decisions, including appointments and dismissals to senior state positions.
The President of the Republic congratulated Kylian Mbappé on Saturday for her gold medal obtained in the 2026 Baku Games in Azerbaijan. The President of the Republic stated on his social media official account, Kylian Mbappé is still a star owner in Algeria, making it international glory. Congratulations to our champion for her gold medal in the 2026 World Championship in Baku. To more success, God willing. And indeed, Kylian Mbappé continues to shine at the Baku World Championship, adding a silver medal in the balance beam event to her tally. The Algerian champion finished second with a score of 13.8 behind Japan's Mana Okamura, who claimed gold with 14.133. Congratulations to our champion and best wishes for more success to come. The Minister of State, Minister of Foreign Affairs, National Community Abroad and African Affairs, Ahmed Attaf, held a telephone conversation with his Azerbaijan counterpart, Ceyhun Bayramov. The discussion focused on recent developments in the Middle East and the need to intensify diplomatic efforts and to promote peaceful solutions, contributing to the de-escalation and creating conditions for the reassumption of negotiations. A discussion during which Ahmed Attaf reaffirmed Algeria's solidarity with Azerbaijan, which has been affected by the consequences of the regional military tensions. The Minister of State, Minister of Foreign Affairs, National Community Abroad and African Affairs, Ahmed Attaf, also took part this Sunday in an extraordinary session at ministerial level in the Arab League Council. The meeting focused on developments in the Middle East and the Arabian Gulf countries, with particular emphasis on the impact of military escalations on sovereignty and territorial integrity of several Arab states, as well as the regional and international risks it represents. On the occasion of the International Women's Rights Day, March 8th, the Minister of the Interior, of Local Authorities and Transport, Minister Said Sayud, accompanied by the General Director of National Security, Ali Badawi, honored a number of female senior executives, army and national security personnel, and women who are represented in various sectors. A ceremony to celebrate the struggle of women and their many contributions and achievements in various fields. It also was an opportunity to remember the role played by the Algerian women during one of the most important stages of the country's history up until today, and their participation in the development process of the state. I invite you all to listen to the Minister of the Interior. On this 8th of March, International Women's Rights Day, we celebrate the key achievements of the Algerian women protected by law under the principle of equality in the Constitution. Najah Tayyar with more details.
The 2022 constitutional revision firmly enshrines the gender parity, promotes women's access to political and economic leadership, and guarantees their protection against all forms of violence. In the recent years, these measures have reflected significant progress in the status of women in Algeria across multiple sectors. In 2025, another milestone was reached as Algeria withdrew its reservation to the Article 15, Clause 4 of the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, reinforcing its commitment to advancing women's rights. Women's representation in political and administrative life has also seen notable progress, supported in particular by electoral quota mechanisms. Under current legislation, women are expected to occupy around 30% of parliamentary seats, reflecting a significant step forward in their presence within the country's public and political spheres. These developments are also reflected in education and training, where women now account for more than 60% of university students and nearly 70% of postgraduate graduates in certain scientific fields, while earning around 40% of degrees in science, technology and engineering. Government bodies have expanded initiatives to promote women's economic empowerment. Support programs for starting businesses, entrepreneurship and workforce integration have allowed numerous women to engage in diverse sectors, especially services, agriculture, handicraft and emerging startups. Beyond government efforts, civil society contributes significantly to this progress. Algeria's dedication to women's empowerment is evident in these actions, spanning the political, economic and social sectors.
Women are making remarkable strides across every sector, and startups are no exception. Take Ikram, for instance. She launched her own micro-enterprise to empower other women in order to gain driving skills. Najah Tiyar with more details.
Driven by the discovery that many women hold valid driver's licenses but remain sidelined by anxiety, Ikram is transforming the local automotive landscape. Her startup Taysir, a specialized platform designed to bridge the gap between female learners and certified driving experts. And by addressing the root cause of driving phobia, the platform is driving a social shift toward greater female mobility and economic empowerment. I conducted a study through my social media networks over a period of 8 months. I gained almost 90,000 followers and the feedback was excellent. Many women shared their struggles and lack of confidence after getting their driver's license. That's when I created the flop.
I have created Taysir, digital platform to connect instructors and learners in a secure way, ensuring the protection of their personal data.
Vous allez embrayer, passer la première vitesse. Voilà, tu vas faire ton clignotant.
I developed a two-step solution. The first step is a virtual driving simulator that allows users to practice in a safe, stress-free environment. The second step is the platform, which enables booking coaching sessions through a digital platform with certified instructors.
It helped me build self-confidence and gave me experience with virtual driving. However, as it was my first experience, I treated it as if it were real.
And Taysir, the platform working to promote road safety and ensure traffic rules are respected, is a big hit on social media.
Donc sur Instagram,
On Instagram, we have 88,203 followers, and on TikTok, we have 87,000 followers. Looking at the demographics, 93.2% are women. As for the age range, the majority of our audience falls within the 25 to 34 bracket. Ikram's ambitions don't end here. She is already pivoting toward a full-scale national rollout of her brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of this news edition. Thank you so much for watching Canal Algérie. Stay tuned. Good night.